Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live stream / Chrissie After Dark. Let me make sure my mic sounds okay. Let me know if I sound okay to y'all.
Travelers swear by this one trick.
Hello. Hey, everybody. I'm not going to be here too long. I just want to clear some things up real quick. I'm trying to check to see how my mic sounds, but I'm waiting on the ads. Hey, everybody. Hey. Okay, it sounds good on my end. Okay, so I just wanted to clear some things up really quick. We're gonna definitely be moving on from the beef and the drama and getting into some real content, but I wanted to make this clear first because there's some misinformation going on or going around on the internet. And the psych ward patient that I addressed last week, the shelter slut, she is using my clips on her backup channel to lie about how that whole thing started. And, I'm not trying to reignite that beef. I am going to move on from it. But she's still out here lying. And I don't know, again, if it's because of the mental illness or, she's just not comprehending things properly or she's confused about the order in which everything happened. But my first It Girl video that had nothing to do with her, that is what triggered this whole thing. My first It Girl video, not the second It Girl video, the first one, where it had nothing to do with her. And something in that video I said triggered her. And she did this entire series on my channel where she dragged me for hours on end. And I listened to a few videos, didn't listen to all of them, but the few videos I mentioned, I definitely inspired that series that she made on her channel. And it was based on that first It Girl. And so after I was made aware of that series, I responded in a short and also in the second It Girl video. Okay, that is how this went. But this weirdo, she's clipping clips from my second video. She's taking clips from my second It Girl video to make it seem like that's where it started. And I just shaded her out of nowhere. But that's not how it happened. And she knows it. What happened was she heard something in that first It Girl video. She took it personal. And then she went on this entire rampage attacking me. That is what happened. And in my opinion, nothing I said in the first It Girl video even warranted all of that. It didn't. It was extremely excessive what she was doing. And so that's why I responded. So let's clear up that first thing. She's lying, using my clips on her second. And I was just made aware of this. So that's why I'm addressing it now. I didn't even know, she had a backup channel and that she was posting clips on her backup channel of me. But I was made aware of that. Okay. But no, the clips that she's using is from the second video. Yes, I was shading her in that one, but that's because she shaded me after the first It Girl video. That had nothing to do with her. And again, I don't know if she's just confused because, like I said, she's missing a few screws. She has a couple of loose screws going on in her head. So, I don't know if she's just not remembering correctly. I don't know. Another thing that she's lying about, she said that I used her real photo for that AI thumbnail, the shelter AI thumbnail. That's a lie too. I did not use any of her real pictures until she called herself trying to expose me on her channel. Then the gloves were off. But that AI photo of the skinny woman standing in front of the shelter, that I did not use her real photos for that. It does not even look like her facially. Now, was I pretty accurate, with the depiction? Yeah. Is my prompt game on point? Absolutely. Okay. But it wasn't actually her. So, like, yeah, very intentional what she's doing. I agree, Bella. Like, she's just on here lying. And I'm like, girl, oh, did my audio go out or something? My computer just did something weird. It kind of jumped. Um, but yeah, it's very intentional what she's doing. She's lying, making up things. Right. Melinda says, so she admitted it looked like her. Exactly. And so it's just like, girl, it may have resembled you, but it was not your actual photo. It wasn't. So, yeah. And then another thing she's lying about, or maybe she's just unaware of, I won't say she's lying, but I did not flag her last video where she made that obese Black woman AI thumbnail that was made to represent me. I did not flag that. I did not flag that video. To my understanding, our mutual subscribers flagged that video. And that's why she got banned from posting for however long she got banned. Okay. So I did not flag her. And when I flag anyone on this app, you'll know because you'll see my real name attached to the copyright strike or the copyright information. You'll see my real name, and everybody knows my real name. Everybody knows that my name is Christina. That is not a secret. I put my real name in my magazine. For those who have my magazine, you know my real name. It's also public information. Anybody can find my real name. It's not something I'm hiding. So I don't care about people having that. So when I copyright some shit, you gonna see my government name attached to the copyright. I don't just flag people for like bullying and harassment to get their videos taken down. No, if I see you using some of my material, or something, normally when I flag somebody, it's for them using my videos inappropriately. Y'all know that. If you're using my clips inappropriately, I'm going to flag you. I am. And I'm going to copyright strike you. And you're going to see my real name attached to that form or that report. That's how I get down. And everybody knows that. So no, I didn't flag your little, petty little AI video that you made about me. Girl, I didn't care about that. I didn't care about that shit. As you can see, I used clips from that video to make that retarded ass short that I made of her talking. And I went and since she, called herself trying to expose me, I did grab her photos and her videos from her Instagram and I included them in there with her real voice, her real clips from that video. So I did not get that video strike down. So she's trying to, because she wants to feel more important than she is or feel like, oh, I got her. She's like, oh, she flagged me because I cleared her. That's why she flagged, girl. I did not flag that video. The subscribers did, honey. I didn't care nothing about that. I don't care about you. You don't intimidate me. You're never going to sun me. You're never going to run me off YouTube. You're never going to make me feel bad about myself. That's another thing. I feel like she really wants to humble me really badly. That's never going to work. And I keep telling her that. And so, she's just going to keep crying and hollering and making all these hours and hours of content about me, crying into the abyss about Chrissy because you're pressed. And I mean, I don't know what to tell you, babe. Like, it's not going to work. It's not. And I know some of these girls online, like they get mad when, dark-skinned women that they deem to be inferior or less than or unattractive, they get mad when we think we're all that. And I've been noticing that more and more over the years. Have y'all ever noticed that people get mad when we as dark-skinned women don't think we're inferior or don't think we're ugly? Like they really get mad when we don't think we're ugly. And I feel like that's what's triggering this particular content creator, especially. Like she wants me to, like, I guess, get online and get on my YouTube channel and be like, I'm ugly and you look better than me. Like that is, I think, what would satisfy her. And it's like, girl, I don't think that though. You can't make me say something that I don't believe. You can't make me think I'm ugly when I don't think I'm ugly. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? I don't think I'm ugly. Yeah, that is why they hate Alandria. Yes. And then I listened to some of her new video that she made about me, and she was like, basically saying that I don't give attractive Black women their props because I guess I didn't compliment her. So she's conflating that with all Black women because I didn't compliment her. And it's like, baby, don't bring all Black women into this. I had an entire Facebook page showcasing beautiful dark-skinned Black women for years. So me not being able to give beautiful Black women their props because, I'm so-called ugly, or because and that's another thing. She keeps harping on me being like, my dad being from the Caribbean when my mom is Black American and I was raised in America and in Black America. Didn't go to the islands literally until I was a teenager, but she's like making that out to be a reason for me to be like, I guess, a hater towards Black women because I'm half Caribbean. It's just like she's grasping at straws at this point. But it's like, girl, just because I don't want to give you a compliment, that don't have nothing to do with how I feel about other Black women. And it has nothing to do about how I feel about American Black women. Like, I cape for American Black women the hardest on my channel. I cape for American Black women the hardest because I'm an American Black woman. So, like, that doesn't make sense either. And my corrective promotion concept is about posting more beautiful, feminine Black women representation. And before these weirdos started flagging my content, I had an entire corrective promotion series, which featured beautiful Black women. So how do I not know how to give beautiful Black women their props? I also featured exceptionally attractive Black women in my femininity series. And I still feature beautiful Black women on my channel. So, like, again, I some of my colorist ops, y'all are mad because I don't find you attractive, or I find you to be mid or mediocre. But that has nothing to do with all Black women and how I feel about all Black women. Me not complimenting your looks, it does not mean that I don't give pretty Black women their props. I just don't find you to be anything to write home about. So let's be clear about that. Stop trying to conflate me not complimenting you individually with me having an issue with calling Black women attractive. My content history does not reflect that I have a problem with, calling other Black women attractive, or even saying when other Black women look better than me. Like, who doesn't know how to say that? How many times do y'all want me to say, I know I'm not a supermodel. I don't know what you like. I feel like these people won't be satisfied until I come on here and just be like, oh, I'm so ugly and I hate my life and I think I'm inferior. Like, y'all won't be satisfied until I come on here and say that, but I don't feel that way about myself. So I'm never gonna say that. I'm sorry that bothers you. But you don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to me. And listen, y'all, to all my haters, like, I don't have to find you to be drop dead gorgeous just because you are a Black woman who's lighter than me. That's another thing. Just because you're lighter than me, I don't have to find you drop dead gorgeous. I don't have to think you look better than me just because you are lighter skinned. And I also don't have to think I'm ugly because you said so. You don't run anything over here. You don't run me. So it's like, I really think the haters, they're obsessed with trying to humble me. They want me to say things about me that aren't true, things about me that I don't feel about myself. And it's never going to happen. So if you need that, you need to go try to find that with another Black woman on this app, because you're not going to get that out of me. You're not. Okay? So yeah, but back to what I was saying. Yeah, okay. Blocked. See, I feel like it's either she or her little bots in here trying to like get clout off my channel. But I don't give free clout over here. Even if I'm indirectly talking about you, I don't give you free clout. Sorry. And that's for everybody, not just you. That's another thing I'm noticing. Like, when I say certain things like that, certain people on this app, they try to make it personal to them. Like, oh, she doesn't want to give me clout because I'm this and I'm that. You're not special, boo-boo. I don't give clout to anybody. Because that's another thing I heard her say. Like, oh, she's scared that people are going to come over to my channel. Yeah, I don't grow other people's channels, and that's not exclusive to you. And I'm noticing that a lot of people, and I guess again, it goes back to me being the it girl in this sector of YouTube. You know, a lot of people see me as the it girl, which is why I use Regina George as a thumbnail. Because, and again, I've been called the Black Regina George, okay? And I know somebody's gonna be like, why aren't you approximating yourself to a white woman? That's not what I'm doing. People call me the Black Regina George, so I'm playing on that. I'm being funny. I don't want to be white. You know how you like gotta literally, you gotta be very literal with these people because they're slow. So you got to tell them, like, listen, I use a thumbnail to be funny. I don't want to be a white woman. Okay. Are we clear about that? You see how, you know, you got to explain things to them like they're 4 years old. Isn't that ridiculous? Isn't that ridiculous? But yeah, the girls, they just take everything personally. And I'm going to tell you, you new YouTube girls, something. Okay. You need to learn that not everything is about you. Okay. You may be a part of or adjacent to a sector on YouTube or on the internet, but that doesn't mean every time someone brings that sector up that they're attacking you personally. That's not what that means. Also, just because another YouTuber covers the same topics as you and they have a different opinion, baby, that does not mean they're copying you or responding to you. That's not how YouTube works. This is the internet, baby. People are going to talk about the same viral topics. That's what people do on YouTube. You see how I got to talk to them like they're 5? Because they act like, oh, she did the same topic as me and her video dropped after mine. So that means she's copying me and she was talking about me. No, that just means I'm doing what you're doing. I'm talking about a viral topic. That's what we do on YouTube as people who do commentary. And listen, also, some people, they might shade you or critique you. And if you do that to other people, you got to be able to take it back, babe. I shade people on this app, they shade me back. Whoop-de-doo. I don't respond to every little thing. But if you're sensitive, if you're that sensitive to where you're mad when somebody else covers the same topic as you or throws some shade at you in a video, YouTube might not be for you. Okay? YouTube is not for the faint of heart, boo. So if you're getting offended over minor shade or people, you know, covering the same topics as you, you don't need to be a YouTuber. And if all you do is beef on your channel and obsess over other content creators, expect for somebody to do that to you one day. That's going to happen to you too. You're not exempt. And I just find it weird that the most sensitive people who have so much to say, they built their whole YouTube careers off of trolling me and talking shit about me and trying to harass and bully me and drag me with other content creators. But the minute I respond, it's, oh, you're obsessed with me. No, I'm giving you the energy that you gave me. You shouldn't have been talking shit. Okay? You shouldn't have started with me. You got what you were asking for. You can't do hours and hours of content on somebody, video after video after video after video, and not eventually not expect them to respond. That's not how it works. That's not how YouTube works. Eventually, you're going to put yourself on that person's radar and they might respond one day. That's how it works. So if you don't want the smoke, don't do that. That's how I feel. And another thing is I got some complaints on my last videos, well, not the last one, but you know, when I was engaging in that beef with the shelter slut. And people were like, oh, you're being ableist. And because I mentioned that she was mentally ill. And listen, I actually was not making fun of her mental illness. I was simply saying, like I said in this video, that I feel like her mental illness contributes to her lack of listening comprehension skills. That's all I was saying. I wasn't making fun of her for being mentally ill or neurodivergent. I was just saying, I feel like that's part of the issue. But yeah, I was being very classist and mean, though. I definitely was. And look, this is another thing I want to say. Some of you, because of my subscriber count, which I don't even really think is that high, to be honest. I mean, it's decent. It's higher, I guess, than a lot of other people's. But I don't have like 1 million subscribers. But because I have, over 200,000 subscribers, a lot of y'all put me on a pedestal. And you think I'm not supposed to, say some fucked up shit. I'm not perfect, okay? Yes, I'm mean as fuck. I am. I'm ghetto as fuck. And I'll stoop down to a bitch's level if she's fucking with me. A lot of y'all think I'm above that, but I'm not. I'm not. Maybe one day I will be above it, but right now I'm not. I am 100% with the shits. And if I feel like I want to respond to something, I'm going to respond to it. And I especially don't spare the colorist bullies, okay? I hit those bitches below the belt every single time. And if what I say happens to be misogynistic or classist or elitist, then it is what it is. Okay? That's what I'm saying, Alexa. Why am I always, well, I know why I'm always decided to, or expected to be the bigger person, because I'm the bigger content creator. But I don't give a fuck about none of that. If you're stalking me like a weirdo over and over, the people that I tend to address tend to be very excessive with reacting and responding to me. If I get to a point of responding, it's usually because they've done content on me excessively. And then finally I'll be like, you know what, bitch? What's up? Like, what's tea? Like, you apparently want my attention. So let's talk about it. God damn. And then when I finally respond, it's, oh my God, you're so obsessed with me. Oh my God. No, bitch, you're not gonna be able to do that. Or, oh, you should be above this because you have this many subscribers. Says the fucking who? Says who? I'm not a celebrity, bitch. I'm not Beyonce ho. What the fuck you thought this was? I'm a YouTuber. I don't know why y'all be putting me on this high ass pedestal. That's not me. And then somebody was like, they brought up astrology. And I think that's part of why I've been snapping lately. Y'all know Mars is in Cancer right now, which that is where my Mars is at in my chart. And it makes people pop off real crazy, and then like the Leo eclipse. And then I'm already kind of a fiery person anyway. So yeah, every now and then I'm a crash out. That's just what it is. Like, y'all not, I mean, and listen, in a way, I wish I wasn't like that because it does negatively affect my channel. Like, I do lose subscribers when I be crashing out and be getting ghetto with these hoes. Like, I lose subscribers. Those are my least viewed videos when I be beefing. My subscribers as a whole don't really like that. Some of y'all are with the shits like me. Some of y'all like the drama. But most of my subscribers really don't like it. They prefer me to do real content, because that's what I built my channel around. I haven't built my channel around beefing. So they want real content. And I get it. But every now and then, yeah, hell yeah, I'm a crash out because I'm human. I'm a real person. I'm not a robot. I'm not a machine. I'm a real person. Azure says, Chrissie is a round-the-way chick who's confident, educated, and knows her value. That automatically applies pressure, and people can't take it. I 100% agree, Azure. And thank you for the super chat. You know what I'm saying? I do be giving people the same energy back. And, I feel like I don't do it enough. I feel like I don't do it enough. I kind of be feeling like, that little Cancer part of me be, I feel like I'm too nice to bitches is what I'm saying. And then eventually I'll be having to show them like, I'm really a crash out. Like, I can't be a crash out. I can be really fucking mean. And I really try not to get like that, but it's in me. So no, I'm not above it. I'm not above it. I know y'all wish that I was, but I'm not. And another thing y'all got to realize is that sometimes YouTubers beef, okay? I know y'all don't like it. Again, you think I'm above it, but even when I'm beefing, guess what? Life goes on. I'm always going to move on to my regular content. I'm going to go back to minding my business. and it will be over at some point. Like, I'm not going to be stuck on it, but yeah, let me get my shit out, y'all. God damn. Whitney says, you should be at 500K or 1 million followers by now. Your realness is top tier. Let's get Chrissy to where she needs to be. Quit playing with her. Thank you so much. I don't know. I don't know. Is there like a anonymous YouTuber that's gotten to 500 or 1 million subscribers? 500K? I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm anonymous, so a lot of people, you know, they don't really fuck with that. So I think that's the reason why my subscriber count isn't higher than what it is. Yeah, Kiera, for real, people mistake my kindness for weakness. They really do. I'm like, no, I'm really not that girl. I mean, listen, I am kind, actually. I actually am kind. I'm just not nice. I'm not a very nice person. You know, and I say that, well, I'll say this. Like, I'm one of those people who looks nice and who sounds nice, but deep down I'm a mean fucking ass bitch. Like, I'm one of those people, you know. I appear and I sound like the bubbly black girl, which I am. You know, I can be very nice and sweet and bubbly, but the minute you cross me, it's a wrap. And I think that's that Cancer thing. You know, we come off as being very nice and friendly, and people think we're pushovers, I guess. And y'all don't understand, Cancers are the crab. We got them claws. We'll pinch the fuck out of you, and that shit hurts bad. That shit hurts real bad. So, and you know, and that's another thing. I think Cancers, because we're emotional people and we're sensitive people, we bring out the sensitivity and emotion in others too. So I get it. I be touching nerves. And sometimes I don't realize, sometimes I could just be saying something normal and I touch a nerve and I'd be like, dang, I didn't even think that was that deep, but people be crashing out. I mean, I could just say something randomly about Black people, any, you know, colorism or something just what I think is lightweight stuff. It's not even that serious. And people be crashing the fuck out. I'm like, God damn, really? I thought I said that in a nice way. I thought that was light work. Like, why are y'all crashing out like this? Oh my God. No, it's not my birthday. My birthday is in July. Yeah, I'm a July Cancer. And I feel like July Cancers are a little different too. I feel like we're more of the mean ones. I feel like we're like the crash out ones. You know what I mean? The July Cancers are the crash out Cancers, I feel like. And, you know, I don't even know if I could really attribute it all to being a Cancer, because I have some fire energy in my chart, a lot of it. My moon is in Aries. My Mercury is in Leo, which is the Mercury is like how you communicate, how you express yourself. And, you know, I hate Leos. I really don't. Well, I can't say I hate Leos. I don't hate all of y'all. But you know, I get triggered by Leos, but maybe you know, that's something in me that I see reflected in other Leos. You know what I mean? So I'll be having a lot, you know, the pop off part of my personality, I feel like, is the fire signs in my chart, I feel like. And this is for those who believe in astrology. But also, I just think that emotions, you know, being an emotional Cancer too, can make people crash out. That's just what it is. We're emotional. No, I know. Listen, I don't hate all y'all Leos. It's just some of y'all I don't like. But I still have a deep fascination with fire signs, though. I actually love fire signs in general. They're very interesting and fascinating to me. I'm attracted to fire signs the most when it comes to men. I love fire sign men, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, I just, you know, at the end of the day, this is YouTube. We're real people. We're going to beef sometimes. We're going to say things. And I just think y'all need to get over it. And y'all need to understand that a content creator is going to be a content creator. We're going to talk about some of the same things. Some of our content is going to overlap. It's not the end of the world. Get over it. Okay. And all I'm trying to do is enjoy the last bit of my summer that's left, especially in my apartment, because it has a pool. And I don't know if I think I told my well, I don't know if I told anybody. I told y'all I have 2 residences and I live in an apartment and a house now. But for my apartment, this is going to be my last year there. So this is my last summer. I won't be there next summer. And my second residence, which is the house I'm in now, it does not have a pool. And there isn't one in my subdivision, unfortunately. But hopefully when I get my home built, I can afford to put a pool in the back, because I am really going to miss that pool. I'm not going to miss apartment living, but I'm going to miss that pool. And I'm a little bit depressed about that. So yeah, I've just been trying to enjoy my summer and go swimming. Chocolate says, last live I referenced SB. Who is SB? Doing AI Chrissie spreading lies. And I didn't even mean her. I meant something you showed a snippet of a while ago. Remember? No. SB doing AI. Yeah, I don't know what you mean. But thank you for the super chat. But yeah, so yeah. Let me see. Oh, somebody? Okay, that's what SB means. Okay. Yeah, I still don't know. Oh, maybe you're talking about that lady who did that AI recording of me. Is that who you're talking about? Yeah, I got now that person. I didn't strike her channel, but I was going to if she didn't take that video down. She took it down on her own. But that's the type of shit I copyright. Don't be making AI voices of me, you fucking weird ass bitch. That's weird as fuck. Making the pictures, that's one thing. Like, I really don't give a fuck about that, because, like, who cares? But an actual voice where people can think it's me talking, yeah, bitch, you got me fucked up. So yeah, that's the type of stuff I strike down. That other bitch's video where she had that fat ass black woman in AI thumbnail, girl, I am not that big, ain't never been that big. So why would I give a fuck about that? And I think she got triggered by my AI thumbnail of her because it was accurate. It would look like her for real. Like, that's why she got mad. Like, I don't give a fuck about no AI image that doesn't actually look like me. Why the fuck I'm gonna care about that? And then another thing is, y'all, if you're going to try to expose me with the pictures of the people you think is me, I'm gonna need you to get some new pictures. Get some recent pictures. Get some pictures from the 2020s, please. I mean, dang, y'all say y'all found me. Why you ain't got some 2020 pictures? Why you ain't got new pictures? God, y'all are just... That's why I don't give a fuck. Why would I care about that? Y'all are just... Y'all are insufferable. You're insufferable. You're trying to embarrass me. It's not going to work. It's not. Yes, and they're so obsessed, y'all. They're so obsessed. Lady Liz says, as a fellow Cancer, I fully understand the crash out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Chocolate says, also, I can relate. As a musician, I be snapping on people online. I beat myself up sometimes for not acting like a celebrity, but it's in me. I don't fuck with her, but I know a Libra like Cardi acts. Listen, and I think somebody told me too that Cardi, her Mars is in Cancer too. So we have that in common. I was like, no wonder she be online crashing out. See, if I was a celebrity, sometimes I look at Cardi and I'd be like, girl, why are you responding? But Could you imagine having all those people coming at you at once like that? Even though I don't like Cardi, but I can understand that too. Like if you got a bunch of people like dogpiling on you, eventually that's going to take a toll and you're going to say something. And I mean, think about even in my situation, y'all. Imagine if you were a content creator and a whole sector was consistently coming after you all the time. Imagine if you had, let's just say you were a content creator and you have 5 bitches who were always on your ass all the time, always making content about you, always talking about you, always making up lies. Just 5 people. That's still a lot. If you think about it, that's still a lot of people to always be like stalking you and harassing you all the time. That would take a toll on anybody. That would make anybody crash out and respond at some point. Imagine you being in school and you got 5 bitches who bully you all the time. Think about it like that. 5 bitches who are always making up rumors about you, talking about you, trying to fight you, or trying to argue with you. Would that not get on your fucking nerves? And yeah, I think for the most part, I've been ignoring shit, but sometimes it's like, girl, okay, y'all are getting on my goddamn nerves. Yeah, y'all are asking me. I'm going to be talking about some more stuff. I want to do a live stream, a Hot Topics live stream soon. Hopefully I can do it soon. And then I also have a video I have to edit. But we're going to get back to the regular content. Some of y'all are asking me, did I see certain things? Yes. And some of that stuff I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to talk about in future content. Yeah, I know they be using me for content. And the thing is, people be like, oh, they just want clout off of you. They're trying to grow their channels. It's not working. Because again, I don't let people mention their names. I don't link their videos. I don't mention their names, their channel names intentionally. So they can't get clout off me. And the people who know who I'm talking about, they know because they already follow them, not because I'm actually sending traffic to their channel. That's one thing I don't do. So it is what it is. Yeah, I just be trying to live my life, y'all. I'm sitting there at the pool and I'm like, I'm checking my emails and somebody sent me the clip from that girl using a clip from my goddamn video. I was like, okay. And I feel I'm not crashing out right now. I'm just responding. Sonia, that I ended up having to put my femininity content behind a paywall because of what I'm talking about now. So much harassment, so much misconstruing of my words, so many people like literally calling me a predator for making that content. Like it was a lot going on with that femininity content. So I eventually put it behind a paywall and I made it available for a limited time only to paying subscribers. So there are people who have lifetime access to it. And I don't think I'm going to bring it back for people to purchase because it just caused too much controversy. And I just feel like I was ahead of my time because I feel like if I would have came out with it now, it wouldn't have been as controversial. But girl, back then, nobody was really doing femininity content for dark-skinned Black women and Black women in general. And so it triggered a lot of people. Girl, you have no idea. It was so much going on behind that shit. And then it was my most copied content as well. People were just literally stealing my stuff verbatim, stealing my titles verbatim. I was just like, oh no, I gotta take this down. So it's not that I'm trying to be funny and just hiding stuff. I'm doing it for a reason, a good reason, good reasons, more than one. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna bring it back, y'all. I know a lot of y'all been asking me to bring that content back. and other content. But girl, I don't feel like dealing with any drama, any, people copying me, copying my intellectual property. I don't want to have to deal with that. But I am glad that a lot of you found that old content valuable. And I am glad that people, got a lot of use out of it. And also, even though I don't like the intellectual property theft, I am glad that the word spread like it did. Like, I'm glad that the word got out, and now the girls, a lot of Black women, are understanding how to better embrace their femininity and understanding that they don't have to identify with that overly masculine mule mammy archetype. Like, so it did its job, it did. And there's still content that is up now that is about, not necessarily the femininity content I was making before, but it is about the femininity movement. It's still up. It's still very useful as well. So make sure you check those videos out if you're unfamiliar with my femininity content. Oh, thank you, Joanna. Yeah, it's a shame that I had to do that. And even with my corrective promotion stuff, like, I told you about that lady who flagged that video, and that video was so harmless, of that little girl looking in the Macy's window. The model that was in that video flagged it, tried to get a copyright strike on my channel. I had to do a whole, what is it called? I always forget the word for it. Appeal to get that video back up. And well, actually, I only did the appeal. I only appealed it because I wanted the copyright strike off my channel, but I didn't put the video back up because I'm like, bitch, if you don't want to be on my channel, I'm not gonna, have you on my channel. But all she had to do was email me and ask me to take the video down. That's all she had to do. But instead, she copyright striked my channel, and she couldn't really do it because. And the reason why I won the appeal is because she didn't own the rights to the video. It was a news clip. It was a news clip. And I did my own commentary on top of the news clip. So, it was fair use. That's why I won the appeal. But I told her, and I tried to email her and everything. I'm like, listen, can you remove the strike from my channel? I can take you off my channel. You didn't have to copyright strike it, bitch. Goddamn. And so at that point, I was like, well, if she can do this, then everybody else can. And I don't want anybody else to have the opportunity to flag my corrective promotion stuff. So I took it down. I had to, because I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to chance that happening again. Somebody who, and that's what I've learned too, being a content creator, y'all. Those of you who want to be content creators, you got to be real careful, because people will love you one minute, especially if you're promoting them and you're sharing their content. They will love you. And then you say something they don't like, they'll immediately switch. They'll flip out on you and they'll try to destroy you. And that's what I've unfortunately have learned the hard way with Black women. And I won't even just put it on Black women. I think this is just the nature of social media. This is just kind of how subscribers are. And I'm not saying all of you are like this, because I do have some very loyal subscribers, but there are people out there who will like you one minute, love you down, and hate you the next. There's no loyalty online. That's another thing you have to learn if you want to be a YouTuber, y'all. You always need to expect that your subscribers are not going to be loyal. The minute they feel like maybe your talking points fall out of favor, or a new trend comes along and they no longer have use for your content, they gonna try to destroy you. That's kind of what they're trying to do to Jackie Ina. So it's not just me. It's just the nature of content creation. And the longer that you are online, people kind of start getting tired of you, and then they use that as a reason to attack you as well. it's a lot that goes on in this YouTube space. And I feel like it's amplified. All of the negative stuff is amplified when you're a Black woman. So just be very mindful of that if you ever want to be a content creator. It's ruthless out here on these internet streets. Okay. It's ruthless. What do you mean, Shane? What do you mean? So that's a bad mindset to have. You can just bow out. Oh, you mean the subscribers? Yeah. And some of them, I will say, some subscribers, they'll say, oh, you know, this content is no longer for me. They feel like they've outgrown it. So they just they just move on. You know, they just kind of move on with their lives. They no longer listen to you anymore. And that's fine. But you have those other people who, you know, they feel like your content is no longer for them. They outgrew it or whatever. And then they try to like attack you because they no longer like you anymore. So they become content creators, or they team up with content creators who are bashing you and dragging you, all because they don't like you anymore. And then they start this whole smear campaign. It's very, very strange the way that happens. Yeah, Onigiri. Yeah, I'm renting right now. I'm renting this house while I'm looking for land to build. Yeah, and so that's another reason why. Well, the reason why I'm not renewing my lease at my apartment is just because I'm tired of apartment living. That's the first thing. But also, obviously, I don't need to be paying double rent. Like, that's stupid, you know. And I did kind of, because I've been in my house since May, y'all. Y'all didn't know I moved. I think my subscribers or my Neptunian members and patrons, y'all knew, because I told y'all, I was like, look, I'm gonna be busy the month of May and June. I got a lot going on. I didn't specifically say that I moved because, you know, I don't really want to tell people like when exactly I moved. You know what I mean? So I just kind of ducked off and I moved. And I've been in my house for almost 3 months. So yeah, and I kept my apartment through the summer because I wanted to use the pool. And I know that's a stupid reason. I know it is. Because my family called me stupid. Like, why would you be paying double rent because you want to use the pool? That's stupid. Why don't you just go to the public pool? Because I wanted the pool at my luxury apartment. That's why. That's why. And so, yeah, I have been paying double rent for the last 3 months, which is stupid. It is stupid, but you know, it is what it is. And the thing about it is, I'm not paying it on my own, because one of the guys I'm seeing, he gave me a nice little chunk of money for my birthday. So technically he paid for it, if I'm really being technical about it. But it is still kind of stupid because I could have used that money for something else. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is kind of stupid, but sometimes you just want to do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Thank you, Alexa. She said, I'm sorry, but the amenities are everything. You only get one life. Exactly. And with luxury apartments, that is the best thing about them. The amenities are so bomb. And so that's what I'm really going to miss about that apartment. Like, I don't miss having loud ass neighbors. And one thing about that apartment is like the walls are really thin, so I don't like that. So I'm not going to miss that part, but those amenities, the pool, I love going swimming, y'all. I'm a swimmer. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So seriously, I have been like, you know, doing my research on getting a house built and getting a pool in the home, or, you know, outside of the home or in the backyard or whatever. And I've been learning a lot about pool maintenance and zoning and how it affects the equity of your home. And it's a lot of things you have to think about when you consider having a swimming pool at your home. So, you know, I'm still considering it, but I definitely want a pool in my house because, yeah, I need to be able to go swimming. I need to be able to go swimming anytime I want to. And after I'm out of that apartment, now I'm going to have to like Because I only know 3 people with an actual pool at their home. And the other people I know who have access to a pool live in apartment complexes with pools. But now I'm going to have to either go to a public pool or, work around my friends to be able to enjoy the pool in the summer, unless I can get a house built by next summer and have a pool in the house, which I doubt that's going to happen. Like, I don't see it happening that fast, but you never know. So, it is what it is. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, the Curry Goddess. She said, Chrissy, regret nothing. Enjoy your process of shifting your identity and your experiences. Thank you. So, yeah. What do you mean my gym doesn't have a pool? I'm talking about my house, y'all. Well, I don't want a condo. Like, I'm a house girly, y'all. I love living in a house. I don't want to live in a condominium. Like, if I'm going to own something, it's going to be a house. So, that might be a good idea. Janie says, use a luxury hotel or resort pool. They usually offer day passes. You know what? I'm going to look into that. That is a good idea. Thank you for that. Because that is something I'll do. I will definitely get me a hotel. But so you don't have to be like a resident to do that? I didn't know you could do that. How come I didn't know that? Oh, that's funny. Now, I have seen like those luxury resorts where you can actually, so wait, you saying the luxury resort you can rent out a pass and not like be have a hotel there? Is that what you're saying? Or have a room there? Yeah, and I also heard Kinky Coily, I also heard that condos are hard to sell, like resell. That's what I've been hearing from like the real estate people I know. Oh, y'all said usually it's $50. Yeah, because see, I've always been the person where I will get a hotel room just to like vamp off. It can be in my city or another city. Like, I'll just get a hotel room, a nice hotel room, just to enjoy the hotel and the pool or whatever. But I didn't know they actually offer day passes. Where have I been? And Yana says, you spend money on the pass and have access to the pool and poolside services. I love that. Yeah, my world says it ain't tricking if you got it. Yeah, that's very true. I be wasting money, y'all. Though I be blowing money. Like, oh, girl, the way I can blow a bag needs to be studied. It needs to be studied. It's really bad. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing, JC. Condos and townhomes are hard to sell. I've been hearing that too, and I'm like, and I don't know. She says that the HOA fees are ridiculous. I've heard that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and then I just feel like even though a condo is like a step up from an apartment, you're still connected to other, homes. You're still in close proximity with other condos. And I'm also, y'all got to remember too, I'm a musician, so I make a lot of noise. And that's one thing I love about living in a house. And the subdivision I'm in now, it's like the houses, they're not super far apart like you would see in some areas, but they're far apart enough to where I can be loud as fuck. I can be playing loud ass music. I could be singing, writing music, and playing shit extra loud, and nobody hears it. So that's another thing that I love about living in a house. And I also grew up in a house. My mama been in the same house since I was how old? I think since I was born. Yeah, because that was the house my mom is in was my grandma's house. So yeah, I've always been in the same house, always had the same house to go to, when it comes to my mom and a lot of my family members. And so that's another reason I'm just used to home living. I'm used to living in houses. So why is this showing up weird? Oh, there it goes. Yeah, and the housing market is bad now in general. And so I'm just like, I probably just picked the wrong time to want to build a house too. That's another thing. The economy is not good. Yep, that's very true. Yeah, but I do like the look of condos though. I definitely like the look of condos. I like that you don't have to maintain the lawn at a condo, at least from what I understand. And that's one thing about living in a house, girl. You got to maintain the lawn, the grass. It just be random shit. And it's like, oh my God. You got to deal with dogs and shit pooping in your yard. I wish I had a fence at this current house. But I love the house I'm in. Like, it's brand spanking new. It's a new build, new appliances. I'm literally the first tenant to live in this house. And I was gonna ask y'all too. I kind of thought about, like, should I show my home decor? Because y'all know it's something that I like to show, but I'm also in a house now. Like, in my apartment, it was different because I had concierge, 24-hour security. It's like I wasn't really worried. Like, if somebody knows where the apartment is, I don't really care because, like, it's a very highly secure building, so it's not that big of a deal. But with here, this house is still a house. You know what I mean? It's a house. Even though I'm pretty sure nobody knows where I live, you just never know. And if I show some, I could show like some obscure angles or something where you can't really see anything or you can't tell. But there are certain things in this house where I don't know. I'm concerned. Like, if you reverse search it, the listing might pop up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't think I should show it. I want to though, because my house is cute. It's real cute. It's real modern. Everything is. It's such a pretty house. Yeah, y'all saying don't do it. Yeah, that's my first mind not to do it. I kind of want to, but I'm like, no, I won't do that. Because these people on the internet are fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it either. And it's peaceful around here, y'all. It's just a little house in the suburbs. My neighbors that I've met so far have been so nice. Some of my neighbors brought me cookies. It was a white lady and her little sister. They brought me cookies. And then my next door neighbor on the right of me, like, she is so sweet. She's an older lady. She's so nice. Older Hispanic lady. So, like, it's such a peaceful environment. Like, it's not a bunch of rowdy ass kids, and I just don't want to disrupt my peace. So I think I'm going to keep it private. Yeah, Donna Black says, "Don't do it, friend. Perhaps after you move." Yeah, and you know what? After I'm completely out of my apartment, I'll show y'all the view because y'all need to see that view. Oh, that's another thing I'm gonna miss about that apartment is the view. Oh, it's so beautiful, so beautiful. So yeah, I'm gonna miss certain things about that apartment for sure. And a time was had, y'all. Like, once I'm completely out of that apartment, I might have to start doing story times about like downtown living because girl, it was always something going on down there. Whoo, girl. Let me tell you, I'm not all the way out yet, so I'm not gonna get too specific, but it was a lot of shit that happened there too, where people was like doing some crazy stuff. Like, I'll talk about it later. But yeah. There's a lot going on. Yeah, I love the city too. I love living in the city. I love like the hustle and bustle of living downtown, and I loved all of that. Even though it was kind of nosy, or not nosy, noisy. It was very noisy. It is very noisy down there, but I don't know, like it's something about it that was just like it felt like for example, like I don't know, in the luxury apartment, it feels obviously it's like younger professionals, younger people who are grinding, making money, like very new money, very a new money environment. You randomly meet these like very interesting people on the elevator who have very interesting lives, who do very interesting things for a living. Some of them are drug addicts. Because I'll tell y'all, I got invited to a party one time. I'll tell the story later, y'all. And my dumb ass went to the party, girl. They was doing lines and everything. Like it was a lot of stuff that went on in that apartment building. A lot of shit. But there's a person there too. He actually has his entire dental practice in the apartment building. And it's just was like so interesting. Like you meet such interesting people in environments like that. And so that's what I love about that apartment. But then here in the house, you're in the suburbs, everything is so quiet, it's so relaxed, it's like a lot of people here are retired. You have working professionals, older people who they stay the fuck out the way. Ain't nobody really in your face like that. There's not a lot of parties going on. There's kids, annoying ass kids walking around, so it's like people are too busy being parents and going to work, and it's not as exciting. You know what I mean? It's not as exciting. So, in which I don't necessarily need a lot of excitement, but it's a very different experience, like when you compare it. You know what I'm saying? And so, and honestly, even though I wasn't always in the mix when I was, always downtown, I still feel like I liked that part of it. Like I liked being able to opt in and out of the chaos. You know what I'm saying? Like I just, even though I didn't necessarily always want to be around it, like I still like that for some reason. I don't know if it's the thrill of it just being outside of your door. Like it's just random crazy shit. You can literally walk, because I know I have a new nail place now that's closer to my house. But when I was getting my nails done downtown, I could just walk to the nail place, and you could just literally just be walking to a food place or a nail place, and something crazy happened. Whether it's a homeless person coming up to you talking crazy, or just a weird person, like it was just so much going on down there. And so part of me is gonna miss that. Part of me is gonna miss it. My world says no, don't show your decor. Your haters are too voracious and unstable. I agree. Yeah, I kind of already decided that I wasn't going to, but I just wanted to run it past y'all to see what you think. Yeah, La Regina says, I love the way you decorate. Yeah, and I feel like when you have that kind of hobby and you're into home decor, you want to show people. You want to show people, but people are crazy. Like they literally will reverse search the picture and be like, "Oh, this is her house. This is the listing. This is where she lives now." And then they'll go on Bum Bitch Alley or somewhere and then post it. People are crazy. People are crazy. Yeah, it's all crackheads, homeless people downtown, and also just interesting people in general. Yeah, but I will say, living in a luxury apartment, that was something that was always on my bucket list. So I don't like after this, I don't need to do it again. Like I'm kind of, it's out of my system now. It's over. Really, it is. Like I'm happy to be back in a house for sure. And the only thing I have over there now in my apartment is like my sofa bed that's in my office. So in the event that I ever want to stay over there, I can just sleep in my sofa bed. But literally, when my lease is up, that's all I have to get moved out of there. And I'm gonna have somebody, either my brother or somebody else with a truck, to take that out and then move it into my new house. So, but yeah, after I enjoy the summer, after the summer's over, it's over. I won't tell you when I'm moving out, but yeah, I'll be out before the winter out of my apartment. So yeah, it's kind of bittersweet. It is. I don't know. I guess I could do that. Make an AI. That takes the fun out of it though. Like AI decor, I don't know. That's not the same. Yeah. Frankie says, I used to be a city girl. Now I love the burbs, and people bring out be out of my way, and people being out of my way. Yeah, people are very out the way. And you know what? Honestly, at the luxury apartment, people really are out the way too, but you just run across so much shit, like either in the elevator or outside of the apartment. But like inside of the building, it was very quiet, but like just it was just the surrounding areas that are just crazy, you know? But yeah, here, in my house, it's just, and I'll tell you, when I first moved here, it was kind of hard for me to sleep because it was so quiet. I was like, oh my God, like I'm not used to this quietness. Oni says, take individual pics of each decor item and make a board and post it on the community tab. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do all that. Yeah. She Reed says, "Oh, I'll miss the apartment. So many Chrissie After Dark store done there. LOL. Plus the season decor you share. I know, I know." And I also, a thing that I love about that apartment is just when you throw events in an apartment like that, it's next level. People are so impressed. Like I had the best. I hosted the best events in that apartment. The best events. So I'm gonna miss that too. But I have a house to host. And girl, my mama now she's like, oh, we gonna have Thanksgiving at your house, and we gonna do this at your house. Now that you back in the house, we gonna do that. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. So I'm still gonna be hosting. I'm definitely still gonna be hosting. And I don't mind, taking some of that pressure off my mom too, because like we always have the big holidays at her house. And I know she'd be tired even though she don't really cook anything anymore. All her kids be cooking for her. But just, having it at her house, and she has to get the house ready and stuff, so I can do that this year. I'm not really tripping. But yeah, yeah, I know. And I've had a house before too, y'all. Like, and that's another thing about this whole home building process. Like, this will be my second time as a homeowner, and the first time I did it, when I was 25 years old, when I first bought my first house, I made a lot of mistakes. I did a lot of things wrong. And so this go round, and that's another reason why I need a house built and I want to get a house built, is because I can never really find exactly what I'm looking for. And even with that first house, it really wasn't what I wanted. Like, it really wasn't. And I just feel like I just didn't make the right decision. So I'm trying to avoid that this go round too. But yeah, I've been a homeowner before. I've hosted at a home, an actual home. So I know what that's like. But I did kind of get out of practice living in a luxury apartment, because I've been in that luxury apartment for what, 6 years? Yeah. So that's a long time. And to be in an apartment for 6 years and then move in a house, yeah. It's definitely takes some, you got to acclimate yourself to what it's like living in a house. And so that's what I've been doing for the last few months. And oh my God, another thing, y'all, that I forgot living in a house that I had to get used to again the last 3 months is the fucking bugs. Not to say I have a lot of bugs in my house, but you know it's easier for, okay, I'll put it like this. In the luxury apartment, the only time you're going to get a bug in there, because it's so high from the ground, you know, and I'm on, I won't say what floor I'm on. I'm very high. I'm on a very high floor, okay? So the only time you're going to get a bug in there is if you open the balcony door, you know, and maybe a fly will come in or something, or, you know, something like that. You're not going to see a lot of bugs. But this house and baby, this subdivision, girl, when I first got here, this is kind of embarrassing, but y'all, listen, I have a bug phobia, y'all. I have a bug phobia. I'm severely scared of bugs, and I wish I wasn't like that. But, and I haven't seen a lot of bugs in here, I will say, but the few bugs that I have seen, it's been a very traumatic experience. Because when I first moved here, I was unpacking a box in my bedroom, and it was a box full of my nail stuff. Because during the pandemic, well, I've always tried to do my own nails, but during the pandemic, especially, like, is when I tried to get into doing my own nails. And I bought everything I needed. I bought like the curing lamp. I bought all these gel polishes, everything I needed to do my own nails. And so now I had this big box full of nail stuff. And so I'm unpacking the box, y'all. And I immediately see that I don't know what kind of bug this was, y'all. It was a crawling bug. It did not fly. It was a crawling bug. But it started crawling out of one of the boxes I had within the box. And so immediately I screamed. I was like, ah! Like, I literally screamed so loud. I pushed the box because immediately I don't want the box near me. Okay. And all I started thinking was, I have to get this box out of my house. Like, that's just how I rationalized it, because I couldn't find the bug to kill it. It had crawled back down in the box. And I'm telling you, it kind of looked like a centipede. I think that's what those are called. It was a real long bug, but it was bigger than that. That bug was huge. And I'm not exaggerating. It was a huge ass bug, y'all. And I think it honestly came from the moving truck, because I haven't seen a bug like that since. I think it crawled into the box from the moving truck. Really, I think that's what it was. And so anyway, I screamed and I pushed the box. And immediately I'm like, I have to get this box out of here, because this bug is going to crawl out at some point. I don't want this bug in my house. So my scary ass, and I'm by myself at the time. Nobody's here with me. So I couldn't call anybody to like help me with this. I mean, I ended up calling somebody. I'll get to that in a minute. But so I immediately it had a bunch of legs, Miss Felis Caddis. It was like a caterpillar or a centipede, whatever those bugs are called. It was huge. And so I was like, oh my God, I can't touch this box. So why did I get the broom? I got the broom. I pushed the box by the broom handle all the way out to the back door. My dumbass opens the back door and threw the box out on my back porch. Just threw the box out. All of my nail shit scattered on the fucking back porch. All of it just there. And I slammed the door and I come back in the house, and then I sit on the bed, and then I start thinking to myself, I'm like, oh my God, now all of my nail stuff is out there, and now it's going to be bugs to crawl in all my nail stuff. So in my mind, I just made it worse for myself. Literally made it worse for myself. And so my punk ass started crying, y'all. That's how scared I am of bugs. Because I was so frustrated with myself, and I cried because I was mad at myself that I was that scared. I cried out of frustration with myself. And so I was like, well, who can I call to come and get all this stuff from the back porch, because I wasn't going back there to put all the stuff in the box and bring it back in. I was not about to do that because I was too scared of coming across another bug. And so the closest person to me was my sister. And if I've told y'all, me and my sister, we don't get along that well, but she'll still do anything I ask her to. Like, she's my big sister, and I know I'm an annoying little sister, so I know that's part of the problem. But this bitch is the spawn of Satan. She's mean as fuck. You think I'm mean? She's meaner than me. She's 10 times meaner than me. So I call my sister, and at that point, I'm done crying, but I'm still traumatized. And I call my sister, and I'm like, please come over here and go through this box because I saw this bug. And my sister, she's not scared of bugs. She's not scared of animals. She's the type of person, I think I told y'all before, if she finds a cricket in the house, she'll take the cricket out and put it back outside before she'll kill it. That's the type of person my sister is. She's a Pisces. She's very kind to animals, right? I'm not. If the animal comes in my house, I'm killing it. She's not like that. So, of course, when I call her, she just found me to be so ridiculous. She was like, are you really calling me right now because you saw a bug and you threw your shit out on the back porch and you want me to come and bring it in? Is that why you're really fucking calling me? Girl, she cursed me out. She cursed me out, but she came over. She did come over. She cursed me out. She hung up on me. And then she came over. She brought my mom with her. So both her and my mom are telling me how ridiculous I am because I'm scared of this little bug. And you know, my mom, again, unbothered Aquarius. She thinks it's so stupid and ridiculous that I'm scared of bugs. And she was like, you ain't scared of nothing. You ain't scared of nobody, but you scared of a damn bug. She was like, you're going to have to get over this. She was like, this is ridiculous. So my mama's cursing me out. My sister thinks it's ridiculous. And I'm back there with her. She's going through the box and I'm getting on her last nerves. I'm like, open this box because the bug could have crawled in there. Open this box. Open this box. She was like, there's no bug in here, Christina. She was like, you're being ridiculous. There's no bug. And I say all that to say that I didn't have to deal with that in an apartment. I didn't have to deal with that bullshit in my luxury apartment. There's no bugs. I never seen a centipede or a fucking caterpillar in my fucking luxury apartment. And then that's another thing. My sister was like, the bug was not that big. I know you're exaggerating. I know it was. Bitch, how you gonna tell me what I saw with my own two eyes? How the fuck are you gonna tell me the type of bug I saw? What the fuck? I know what I saw. I don't think it was like I'm saying caterpillar because that's what it looked like, but it was bigger than a caterpillar. It was huge. It was like a caterpillar on steroids. It looked like a mix of a caterpillar and a roach. That's what it looked like. I'm literally getting goosebumps thinking about it. Like, it was so big, y'all. It was so disgusting and so big. I just can't. And my mom was like, she's like, you need to get on chat. She always says chat GPT wrong. She says chat BGT, whatever she says. She always says it wrong. But she's like, you need to get on chat GPT and figure out how to get over being scared of bugs. She was like, you too damn over this. So my family just make it worse. They make me feel so stupid for having a bug phobia. Like, but I can't help it. But I am gonna, yeah, that's what she said. chat BGT. Yeah, that's how she says it. And I'm like, ma'am, girl, it was a roachapillar. It was disgusting. And I don't understand why people make fun of other people who are scared of bugs. They carry diseases. They're disgusting. They're repulsive. Who wants to be around a bug? That's gross. They're diseased. Girl, yes, a cat or roach. I don't know what that damn bug was. Oh, it traumatized me, y'all. It traumatized me. It is very traumatic. And I'm gonna look up how to get over a bug phobia. And I think I did read something about it before. And they said you should like do research on bugs and educate yourself on different bugs. So I'm gonna do that. I am gonna start doing that because I need to really get over it. I really want to get over that. But it's hard. Like when I see them, I feel like my body is just like I get goosebumps. I feel chills, like just the physical response that I have to bugs. I don't know how I'm going to get over that. And it's like the smaller they are, the better. Because again, if I would have been unpacking that box and it would have been like a little bug, like a little spider or something, I would have killed it. And I would have just pushed through the fear. It still would have grossed me out, but I would have pushed through it. But that bug was huge and then it hit itself. And that's what my sister, she was like, you probably scared it because you screamed. She was like, you scared the damn bug. And then she was like, like, I feel like my sister had more empathy for the bug than me. She was like, you scared the bug, and that's probably why it went back in the box. And then she was like, and I was telling her, well, if they come into my home, they're at that point, they're out of their natural habitat and they're coming into my habitat. So then I have to kill you. You have to die. Right. And then my sister was like, well, the bug didn't ask for a house to be built there. Technically, that's not your habitat. That's the bugs. I was like, you know what? Whatever. But that just showed you the kind of person, like, she's very empathetic to animals. She's nicer to animals than she is people. It's very strange. Well, I mean, I guess that's not strange, but girl, hell no. Again, they carry disease. So why would you even want to play like that? So I hear that all the time. The bugs are more afraid of us than we are of them. I get it. And that's exactly what my sister said. And then that's another thing my mom said. She was like, you can't be screaming like that because the neighbors gonna think something's wrong. They're gonna call the police on you. I wish I would have recorded them just talking shit to me when that happened. That shit was crazy. That shit was hilarious. And that would have been a perfect time to, like, if I was with a man, I would have just told him, oh, kill the bug, but I literally had no one at that time. Like, everybody was at work. The only person I could call was my sister. That was the only person I could call. Oh God, it was traumatic. Oh, is that a normal thing? Pink Panther says animal lovers can be the meanest to other people. Really? So that's like a typical thing. Because that's definitely my sister. Oh, hell no. And a rodent? Oh, hell fucking no. Absolutely not. If I see a mouse, a rat, oh, hell fucking no. But yeah, I say all that to say, yeah, I've seen one too many bugs that, like, especially I've seen them, the most of the bugs I've seen while living in this house have been in the garage. Obviously, that's where they can come into the easiest. So, I've seen the occasional bug in the garage. And that's another thing I had my sister do while she was here. She sprayed all around the house with that bug, whatever it's called. Starts with the O, ortho or something like that, which I don't think it actually works, but I don't know. Maybe you got to spray frequently, but she sprayed all around the house, inside and outside the house. And I don't know, maybe it is working because I don't see any bugs in the house, but I still see them, some of them in the garage every now and then. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure out something else, girl, because But yeah, that is another thing I'm gonna miss about the apartment because again, being in a high rise, it virtually no bugs. It was never the occasional, like you would never see the occasional spider or anything. At most, you would see a fly. That's it. So yeah, and you know what? I'm really just like that with bugs and like somebody else said rodents, but I like animals. Like I like bigger animals, some of them. You know, I like dogs. I think cats are cute. So I'm not one of those people that just doesn't like animals. I am kind of scared of them though. That's why I don't have one. That's why I don't have a pet. Cuz girl, mm-mm. And I be seeing like them videos people post of their pets where their pets are looking at them real weird. I'm like, that dog look like he about to turn on you. Like, why are you playing with that dog like that? And then I see the cats how they be pushing stuff over and knocking stuff. Like, I don't want an animal. I don't want a pet. But I do like how some of them look though. Amber says, I don't consider bugs as animals. Them things are pests, insects. Yeah, right. It's a difference. It definitely is a difference. Oh yeah, I heard about the rats in New York. I heard about that. I could when I tell you I couldn't deal with that. Like, but the way New Yorkers talk about rats is it's like they see them all the time. It's like, what the fuck? Hell no. No. See, we don't see a lot of rats here in the Midwest. I don't think I've ever run into a rat before. Nika says, get the plug in that catches them from for your new home. I have seen those. Is it like a just like a regular plug-in, like one of the scented ones, but for bugs? Because I might do that. Seren says, do you like butterflies? Butterflies are just moths with pretty privilege. That's cute. I like the way butterflies look, but they're still bugs. Like I don't want them around me. It's like they're cute, but do I necessarily be just wanting one? Like, hey, butterfly, you can crawl on my finger. No, I don't want that. But they are pretty. Oh, hell no. K Marie says you'll see them run past your feet at the subway station or just walking down the street. No, ma'am. Why is that? Island Girl says even the luxury apartments in NYC have rats. Why? They can't like control the rats? Yeah, I'm cool off that. I'm cool off that. And I always, at one point, I thought, I was like, oh, maybe I want to live in New York. That alone will make me not want to live in New York. I'm cool off that. That's crazy. And then, like, the people I know from New York, their subway stories, like, that's another reason why I wouldn't want to live there. It'd be too much happening on them damn subways. And then when I saw that lady get caught on fire, did y'all see that? I think that was like last year or something. That man set that lady on fire in New York at one of the subways. That was crazy. And she was just standing there in flames. That shit was devastating. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was a man, some guy who set her on fire. just out of nowhere. And then it seems like New York, that's where you always hear about like those crazy men that go up to women and just start hitting them and punching them. It was a black dude in New York that was doing that to random women on the street, just walking up to them and punching them. Like, it's just always some crazy shit happening in New York, I feel like. I mean, crazy shit happens everywhere, but I noticed that it's a lot of stuff that is just really weird, strange things that happen in New York. No, no, no. Oh, X Black says it's a UV plug-in that attracts them and they get stuck on the sticky paper backside. Okay, I'll definitely look into that. Amber says NY is just an unappealing place to live. Wow. Yeah, one of my mods actually that I talk to every now and then, like she lives in New York. I think she's trying to move. She's trying to get out. I really want to I wanted to move to California, and I was actually looking at places there like right before those wildfires happened last year, those big wildfires. And it's crazy because I told y'all on live that my sister, she was like, you don't need to move there. And that's another thing about my sister. She's a Pisces and she be predicting stuff. She's very like psychic, naturally psychic. And she told me she had a bad feeling and she was like, don't go see the house. Don't go there. And right after she told me that, that's when the wildfires happened. And that house, one of the houses that I was looking at that was seriously considering in California, was affected by the wildfires. It didn't burn down, but it was affected by it. But she always like randomly predicts stuff like that. I was like, dang. I don't know. I still kind of want to live in California, but I don't want to I wouldn't want that to be like, I still would want to live here. I still would want to have a house here. I just know that I'm just one of those people. I need to have like multiple houses in different places. Like I just need that. I can't just live in one place. Like I'm always going to have my home or whatever, but I definitely need another house somewhere else. And I'm trying to decide like where else I would want to live, but I don't know. I like the West Coast. I really do. I'm definitely at some point going to be bi-coastal for sure. Yeah, I keep hearing that wildfires, hurricanes, landslides, and earthquakes, California is too much of a risk. The only reason why I say California is because so many people that I know who are in the industry live there. And it's like, it would just be so much easier for me to keep pursuing that part of my career if I would move there. It would just make my life easier, but I don't know. And I noticed too that the price of living is high there. But yeah, I'm just gonna start starting probably next year, maybe before that. I'm just gonna start going to California more so I can decide on what I want to do. But I'll always be in the Midwest. Like I'm a Midwest girly, so I'm always gonna be here and I'm always gonna have a place here. And plus all my family is in the Midwest, so oh, and that's another thing about New York too. It's like everybody that I know from New York does not have a car. And they pretty much say it's kind of stupid to have one and they just use public transportation. Baby, I am accustomed to having a car, baby. Like, I am accustomed to being able to drive around in my car, okay? So, I don't know. Oh, I sound Sagittarian because I like to. Well, I don't know. Sagittarians, I feel like, are a little more adventurous. Even though I want to live in different places, I'm still not as adventurous as most Sagittarians. Because my ex is a Sagittarius, and he would just randomly. It would be a random Wednesday, and he'll be like, let's go to Florida today, or let's go to Hawaii today. Like, he just randomly would want to take a flight to a random place and stay for a couple days and come back. That's how he was. And he's a Sagittarius, which I like that about him. Like, I like that, but I need a minute. Like, I need to plan a little bit. Like, I just can't just jump up and go the day of. Can I get a couple days, please, sir? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's fun to be with somebody like that because they're so um spontaneous and fun. But that was a lot, though. It's a lot, people like that. And my mom is kind of like that to a certain extent. She's an Aquarius. My mom is very like impulsive like that. Like, she'll just randomly be trying to. Now that she's older, she doesn't do that as much. But when we were younger as kids, like, we were always traveling everywhere. She would just be randomly taking us to different places. Y'all, my mom, y'all have no idea. That lady has issues. She's just so random about life. And again, that is a good quality to have. But at the same time, people like that, they don't plan enough for me. They don't plan their life enough for me. Oh, but I mean, it's nice to have, though. It's nice to have people like that around you when you're more reserved, because they get you out of your comfort zone. And even to this day, my mom gets me out of my comfort zone. But this lady, she wants to go to Vegas for her 80th birthday. Ma'am, you're 80. Why are you trying to go to Vegas? I don't know. Don't y'all think that's too much for an 80-year-old? I don't want her going to Vegas. No. Go somewhere else. I don't know. Maybe I'm being unreasonable. But I don't want her to go to Vegas. Girl. I don't know but she does have health issues, and maybe that's why. I'm not comfortable with that. The only way I would be comfortable is if I go with her, but I don't necessarily want. Girl, and then she wants to see the Chippendales. That's why I said, y'all don't understand. My mom is crazy. Why do you want to see the Chippendales, ma'am? She just be doing a lot. No, who wants to do that at 80 years old? Like, I can't. I mean, is it a lot of old people that be pulling up at Vegas? Like, is that what they be doing? They be pulling up, gambling with their old asses. That's a lot, y'all. That's a lot. Yes, I heard about that. I may talk about that in a Hot Topics live stream. Miss Felix Cat is. Yeah, I heard about that though. Yeah, well, I'll save my commentary for that for Hot Topics. Girl, I don't want to go see the Chippendales. Yeah, she was like, well, you can go with us. Her and her old ass friends trying to go to Vegas. Girl, oh, I can't. I cannot. Y'all talking about some let her have fun. She's too old. She can go. I'm not saying she can't travel, but go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Go somewhere that old people go. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I don't know. Are there old people that go to Vegas? Is that what they be doing? Is that normal? I don't know. When I think of Vegas, I don't think of old people. What they be doing in Vegas, y'all? What, going to like the little Broadway shows and shit? Like, I get it, but girl, no. So y'all are actually co-signing this lady. Okay, whatever. I guess I'm gonna have to go with her then. Because I'm not letting her go by herself. No, but that's the thing, y'all. My mom, she's not a gambler. I know a lot of old people like the casino, but if she wanted to go, if she wanted to go for that reason, there's casinos here. She can go to the casino. She don't have to go to Vegas for that. And she's already been. Like it's not like she's never been to Vegas. Like I don't get why all of a sudden in the 80s she's talking about she want to go to Vegas. Like, ma'am, you had all these years in between from the last time you went to Vegas to go to Vegas. Why are you wait till you're 80 years old to go to Vegas? Like, yeah. Sun some says your mom sounds like a vibe. She is. She's definitely a vibe. But I be having to, like, you know how when your parents get old, you have to then parent them? That's the stage we're at right now. Cause she be doing the most. Girl, she be trying to like drink wine and have drinks and cocktails. Ma'am, you're on medication. Why are you're not, it says on the bottle that you're not supposed to have alcohol with this medication. It says that, ma'am. Why are you having drinks with your friends? That's why I don't like for her to go out. I'm not saying that she drinks a lot, but she's just be doing too much for me. Yes, Black Butterfly says parents are so hard to raise. They are. They're definitely hard to raise. Sunsub says, LOL, Chrissy let mama live. She does live, girl. My mama has had a very eventful life. There's no reason for her to go to Vegas at 80. Truly. My mom has traveled everywhere. She's been overseas. She's been in different countries. There's no reason for this at 80. I'm so sorry. There's no reason. Okay. I stand corrected. Y'all get me together in the comments. Island Girl says Vegas is a very popular spot for older people, Chrissy. Okay, girl. Yeah, she's very hard-headed. And the thing is, the thing that makes the dynamic so interesting when you have to raise your parents is that they're not kids and they don't have to listen to you because at the end of the day you're still their child, so you can talk to them to your blue in the face. That don't mean they gonna listen. And girl, she don't be listening. She do not listen. Girl, Kay Marie says it's her wanting to see the Chippendales for me, girl. And what? I don't want to do that, but I guess I'm gonna have to go because I don't feel comfortable with her going by herself. So okay, y'all are saying the old people are in Vegas. I don't know. I've never been, because Frankie says let her see those glistening oiled up men's. I have never been like a male stripper kind of person. And that's interesting because I think the first time I ever went to a male strip club was with my mom. It was with my mom and my brother's baby mama. How we ended up there, I cannot tell you. But it was when I was much younger. But yeah. And I've never been into that. And I think I told y'all that story where they tried to get me and my brother's baby mama to go on stage, because what they try to do, they try to get the women in the audience to go up there with them. Either you have to have like a fat ass. It has to be something about you that will make the show good. So they either pull women up there with big booties, big titties, or real fat, obese women, like extra super big ass women, like superly morbidly obese. They try to pull them up there. Like that's what I didn't realize that's what they do, but that's what they do. And they take the women from the audience on stage and they'll dance on them and they'll pull out like toys and stuff and use the toys on them. It's at least the show that I went to, that's what they was doing. I don't know what they do at the Chippendale show, but that's what they did at that strip show. Yeah, I think most of the Chippendales are white. And that's another thing. Mama, why do you want to see the Chippendales when you don't even like white men? Like, I think she's attracted to some white men, but she's mostly attracted to black men. Like, are there any black Chippendales? Like, I don't understand why she even wants to do this. Like, I don't know. It's just like I'm not interested at all in that. Okay, Christina says Chippendales. That's what I gathered from them. Chippendales is more classy. Yet this particular strip show we went to back in the day, it was definitely a ghetto one. So that's why they was up there doing that. Like I think it was maybe 2 white men, the rest of them were black. So that's why they was up there acting a fool like that. Oh, y'all said so it's different races in the Chippendales? Girl. I can't. Y'all said I'm hating on my mama. Girl, I'm trying to look out for her. I'm trying to look out for that lady. And then I worry about her on the plane too, but she don't give a fuck about that anyway. Yeah, jokes aside, a lot of women feel pressured to act nurturing and prioritize others over themselves. Let them have fun, especially older women. They're raised differently. But y'all don't understand. My mom has been having fun all of her life. I get what you're saying, but it would be different if she never was able to get out and she was one of those moms who wasn't able to have fun until her kids got out the house. No, girl. When we was young, if she wanted to go somewhere, she was dragging our little asses with us. She was dragging all her little nappy-headed kids wherever she wanted to go. Any state, anything, any country, any type of event, even within the city. If she wanted to go, her and her kids were going to go with her. So she's lived life already. There's no reason for her to go to Vegas at 80 years old. I don't know what I want her to do. I just don't want her to do that. I don't even care if she goes out of town. No, I don't want her to sit home in a rocking chair. Listen, she's not going to do that anyway. She's never been that kind of person. She's never going to be at home in a rocking chair any fucking way. I expect her to do something, but not go to Vegas. I don't know. Maybe I'm being overprotective, y'all. Maybe I am. No, I didn't go on stage, Melinda. I absolutely said no. And my brother, baby mama said no too. Yeah, that was years ago. I had to be in my 20s. I was very young. Early 20s. Like I was young. Girl, I don't know if I don't know if the toys was clean or not. But I know after that show was over, we had ran into one of the girls he took on stage and used the toy on because we thought it was fake because she had on a dress and he was just putting like the toy underneath the dress. And so we thought, okay, maybe he really wasn't doing it. But according to what she said after the show was over, she said that he was really putting the toy on her coochie. Girl, it was a lot going on. Pink Angel says she's going to Vegas, Chrissy. Deal with it. Yeah, she's probably going. Island Girl says, Mom is of sound mind and good health. Let her see the men's in peace. Yeah, because originally she said she was going to go down to the islands, which, yeah, okay, that's fine. Like, that's fine. But now she talking about Vegas. Girl, how did it go from the Caribbean to Vegas? Like, I would say a cruise, but them cruises, they're kind of unsanitary. So I wouldn't want her to do that either. And I think actually her doctor advised her not to do that too. Because just like the germs, the amount of germs that be spreading like on the cruises and on the boat and stuff. So, but at least on the cruise, you sitting the fuck down and you might be walking around on the boat and doing, things like that. But like, it's not the same as like going and partying in Vegas. That's different, No, she just wants to go to the islands, girl. And that's another thing. My mom has been all over the Caribbean. Girl, I'm not saying you can't go more than once, but I don't know. It just seems like, I don't know. It's a me thing. I don't want her traveling too far. I'm being overprotective. I know I am. But it'd be different if she didn't have health issues. I think that's my main thing. Okay. Amber says, to be honest, she'll likely be around a bunch of other seniors in Vegas. Many places / tours cater to old people in Vegas. Okay. Well, maybe I need to find out what those tours are. Because my mama talking about, yeah, we want to go to this reggae club and we want to do. No, if you're going to go to Vegas, I need you to do old people activities. Like, I need you to go where other old people frequent. You don't need to be in some random reggae club with these young, crazy people. Anything could pop off. So yeah, I would be more comfortable if she finds places to go to in Vegas where other older people frequent. Like, I'll be much more comfortable with that. Oh, hell no. Don't say that. Soren says, for real, if there's orgies for old people, she'll have her. Girl, that's a mess. But I heard about some stories in Vegas, though. My cousin told me about that. That she went to Vegas and had a time, honey. And you know what I mean by a time. I don't know, Island Girl. She says, what do you she don't listen to me. I don't let her do anything. She does what she wants. I just give my opinion. But she still goes out. I mean, my mama is always out the house. But I'm going to be concerned with her traveling places. Obviously, I'm going to be concerned. But, they be going on little road trips and stuff. Like, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with the little road trips. Like, that's cool. But getting on a plane and going to Vegas and partying with strippers, y'all can't say that's not a lot for an 80-year-old. Come on now. Again, senior activities is something different. I'm cool with that. Are you making fun of the way I say reggae, however y'all say it? Thank you. I feel like you're the only sane one in the chat. Cammy says she's 80. Oh, hell no. I get it. Right. You on the plane. You got to take your oxygen on the plane. And don't get me wrong. My mama doesn't wear 24-hour oxygen, but she needs it sometimes because, when she exerts herself, she gets out of breath because she has lung issues. That's a lot, ma'am. That's a lot. You have to carry oxygen and you're talking about going. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And that's another thing. She don't even be wearing her oxygen when she need to. This woman, she carries her portable oxygen thing. She'll be walking around the store out of breath. I'm like, Mama, why don't you put on your oxygen? Oh, I don't need it, ma'am. So she just don't listen. She's one of them older people that don't listen. She really don't. And her doctor told her, when you're walking, especially when you're in the store or when you're moving around, put on your oxygen. Is it that hard to do? I think it's like an independence thing. She doesn't want to feel like, she's dependent on it, which I get it. I get it. But if you need it, then you need it. Yeah, exactly, Natasha. She says, I understand you, Chrissy, especially with health issues. You're just being a good daughter. Thank you. Oh, Alma B says, let her take her oxygen to Vegas. You know what? I'm done. I'm done with y'all. Listen, I'm not saying she can't go, but I mean, it doesn't matter what I say. If she wants to go, she's gonna go. So, yeah, if she decides that that's what she wants to do for her 80th birthday, I'm gonna go with her. I've already decided. Like, if she's hell bent on going to Vegas, then I'm gonna go with her. Yeah, Diva says my mom is 85, so I know what you mean, Chrissy. Yeah. And she's a very, my mom, she's a very young at heart, older person, older woman. Again, she likes to get out. She likes to move. She goes to the gym. She does work out as much as she can. So it's like, I'm not saying that she should just sit at home and do nothing. And she doesn't do that, and I understand she's an outgoing person. She's an extrovert. She likes to do things. She likes to be outside the house, which is fine. But, there should be a limit to things, when you're that old. Yeah, her doctor said she could go to, like, her lung doctor. He told her, he was like, and basically, on plane rides, because she's had blood clots before, so when she goes on plane rides, she has to get up every hour to walk up and down the aisle. um so that's another thing. Like, it's just, when you have health issues, it's just, as a daughter, it's scary. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't be want her to go nowhere, but her doctor did tell her she could fly and she could go anywhere she wants. The only thing that, I think it was her PCP, told her that she shouldn't go on a cruise because of the sanitary issues. And when you're immunocompromised, you don't necessarily want to be in that type of environment. Which, girl, she might still go on a cruise, girl. I don't know. Because she had mentioned that too, going on a cruise for her 80th birthday. Oh, beautiful. Says you want her to go to a garden party with the ladies. Not necessarily, but I would be more comfortable with it. I ain't gonna lie. X says, does she know how to use a smartphone? I think as long as she can operate a smartphone, she can go anywhere. Yeah, she has an iPhone. She does okay with it. Yeah. She be FaceTiming me. She sends me pictures and stuff. So, she needs help with certain things, but she's pretty good for the most part with the iPhone. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm definitely not going on a cruise. I do not like being in the middle of the fucking ocean on a big ass boat. That is not appealing to me at all. I'm not a cruise person. Kiara says, Chrissy, I see your point. You're being health conscious, especially given that your mother is in her 80s. She's not 80 yet. She will be next year. She's 79, but still, she's almost there. But yeah, thank you. Amber says book her a senior casino cruise. Everyone on them cruise ferries be 60 plus. That's interesting. Yeah, I've heard about those cruises and how diseases be breaking out on those cruises and stuff. Oh, no, no, no. I am not interested at all. As long as they don't need daily assistance, we good. Yeah, she's pretty independent. She's good. Yeah, buffets. I don't particularly like buffets either, like for that reason. It's just too many people breathing over that food. Like that is actually disgusting. And plus, I don't go to buffets because I don't ever get my money's worth. I don't see how people go to buffets and eat all them damn plates. At like you going up there getting 7 plates, like I don't see how people do that. I don't know. I'm just one of those people. I can't eat that much in one sitting. So it's like buffets, I don't ever, it's like a waste of money. It would be a waste of money. Yeah, I don't under I know people like that though. They can literally, and it be like the smallest people sometimes too. Go to a buffet, I mean, I'm gonna go up here and give me some more. 2, 3, 4, 5 plates. You like, damn, that's crazy. I feel you. I get full easily. Yeah, I do too. I'm one of those people. I just can't. I eat a fairly small quantity when I eat. I don't eat a lot of food at one time. Now, it don't necessarily always be like healthy food. You know, sometimes I do crave bad things, but what saves me is the fact that I don't have to eat a lot of it to feel satisfied. What happened to Stephen F. Smith? No, I haven't heard about that. Yeah, Sim says, be careful with senior cruises. STDs run rampant. And STDs? Oh, Lord. That's a lot. Yeah, I agree. Buffets are not sanitary. Everybody hands touching the utensils. Yeah, and again, breathing all over the food. Like even if they have that little glass thing there, like I don't know how protective that is. Cause come on now. It's not all the way covered up, the food. And then so you got people breathing on the food. I'm pretty sure there are like spit particles that go in the food. That's disgusting. When you think about it. When you really think about it, that's gross. And it's not like you can completely avoid that when you go out to eat because you know the people making your food they're breathing over it too, you know? But I think that when it's a buffet, it's just more people. Right. Yeah. Kids putting their hands in it, dirty ass fingers. You know, kids are just dirty in general. Kids are disgusting. So, girl, what the hell? I didn't know that was a thing. I heard nursing homes have STD issues too. The old people, they be in there fucking, huh? Just nasty. That's too much. Ew. Girl, That's a good point, beautiful sis. Pools are also disgusting. Yeah, I be thinking about that too. And you know, I love to go swimming. I love to go swimming. And I do think about that. But at least the chlorine is in there, right? Yeah, Nikki says, yeah, because pregnancy is no longer an issue. That doesn't excuse y'all having unprotected sex up in the nursing home. Y'all, that's a lot. That's a lot. Because Granny and Grandpa, ma'am, sir, you don't need any other health issues added to the ones you already have. So I'm gonna need you to use some protection in the nursing home. That's crazy to me. What's going on? Mm-mm. Yeah, I could see that. X says they be lonely and abandoned by their families too. Yeah, I could see that. Oh, somebody. Oh, yeah. Callie says, Chrissy, have you listened to the new Ara Star album? No, and I'm gonna listen to it though. That's on my list to listen to. I got to get caught up with all the new music. I was trying to see if anybody answered my question about oh wow. Michelle says swingers really like cruises too. I saw so many upside down pineapples when I went 2 years ago. Oh, I didn't know that they be on there acting like that. That's crazy. So what? The swingers specifically go on the cruise to hook up with other couples? Aren't there swingers clubs for that? Mm. She Reed says, I used to work in nursing homes and they'd have threesomes. Wow. So many STDs, they don't care for it, especially if they have dementia or Alzheimer's. What? They be having threesomes, girl. That's a lot. Oh, Christina says he was called out by the Black Journalists Association for how he uses his platform to disparage Black women. I didn't hear about that. I have to look into it. I don't remember why swingers are called pineapples, but yeah, I know that's like a word in their community, in the swingers community. Like their relationships are called pineapple. I can't remember why though. Oh, Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, okay. I figured that's who y'all were talking about. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that. Yeah, displaying an upside down pineapple, such as on a cruise ship doors, clothing, or cart accessories, signals an interest in lifestyle or swinging community. Okay, so that's how they show that they're a part of the swinging community. They wear upside down pineapples. But yeah, their symbol is a pineapple. I can't remember why, but yeah. That is interesting. Marie says it serves as a subtle icebreaker to identify other like minded couples in public or resort settings. Huh. Selena said, poor pineapples. That is hilarious. Not they need to pick another symbol. That is funny. Black Butterfly says, I won't look at pineapples the same way. Y'all are hilarious. All right. Well, y'all tell me what y'all want me to talk about on the next Hot Topics, because I want to go live hopefully soon to do some commentary on some recent events I've seen that I want to speak on. So if you have any requests, let me know. You can either let me know in the comment section after this live is over, or you can email me. My email address is askchrissie@gmail.com. So yeah, but it's been 2 hours, so I'm gonna get off here. Yeah, the beef is done. I'm moving on from that, like I said earlier, to circle back around to that. But yeah, just a reminder that this is YouTube, this is the internet. People are gonna do content. Sometimes the content's gonna overlap with yours, and that's okay. And don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Okay. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Don't start with me, and you won't get the smoke. Period. That's it. That's all. Okay. But this was fun. Hopefully we can do more Chrissie After Dark soon. But thank you guys for listening. Like, comment, subscribe. Email again is askchrissie@gmail.com. If you send me any topic requests, okay, send me screenshots, any details, any links. You can send me Twitter links, Instagram links, TikTok, whatever. I can see all of it, but just make sure you give me some context, okay? So yeah, thank you guys for listening. I'll catch up with you in the next one. Bye. Love you.